So now we will start with the module 2 from your syllabus, that is the projection. So the various drawing concepts or various drawings that we have studied during the last 4 lectures. So this is the part of the module 1. So basic concepts of engineering graphics. Now in the module 2, we will discuss the projections. That is what is meaning of projection. Then projection of points, projection of line, and what is the concept of a orthographic projection. Okay. So projection, here you can see on the screen. It is the process of projecting the image of an object on a plane which is up behind that object. Okay. So generally we assume any object, that is any three-dimensional object, is lying in a three-dimensional space. Okay. So observer project this visible outline of that object on an imaginary plane which is behind that three-dimensional object. Okay. So that means the observer or engineer, when they prepare any drawing of a three-dimensional object, they assume that there is one imaginary plane which is just behind that object. Okay. And they try to project the visible outlines from his perspective on that imaginary plane. Okay. So this procedure of projecting that visible outline on the plane, this is called as a projection. Okay. So let us see what is exactly meaning of projection with the help of one animation. So here I have shown the position of the observer of the plane, that is the imaginary plane, and the object in a three-dimensional space. Okay. So this is the one imaginary plane. So you can assume this plane as a drawing paper or your sketchbook. Okay. So this is two-dimensional plane. So basically in the engineering graphics, we try to draw a three-dimensional object on a two-dimensional paper. Okay. So the what procedure that we exactly follow or that engineers follow, okay, to draw that object, this procedure is called as a projection. So you can see here, this is the plane, that is a two-dimensional plane. This is the observer. And this is one three-dimensional object. So here the object taken, this is a cube. So when observer observe this cube from the front direction, then the observer can only the visible outlines of this object. Okay. So this visible outline from the front direction, it is nothing but one rectangle or a square. Okay. So that observer will imagine that these visible outlines, they are projected on this plane. So first, how does that observer gets the image of this three-dimensional object? Okay. So this is because of the rays that enters into the eyes. Okay. And that creates one image. So this is the visible outline. So these are the rays that will enter into the retina of your eyes. Okay. And that rays will create one image. Okay. That image will be this rectangle. Okay. So for the projection, we will follow the reverse procedure. Okay. So reverse procedure means what? We will project these rays exactly in the reverse direction. Okay. So they will intersect this imaginary plane which is just behind that object. So you can observe this projection method. So this is the projection. Okay. So just we are extending these rays or these lines from the eyes of the observer on the imaginary plane. Okay. So actually I have shown here only 4 lines, but in the projection we will assume that the lines they are passing from each single point on the visible outline. Okay. So from this intersection point on the plane, we will make the outline of that object. So that outline is nothing but the rectangle that is observed from the front direction. Okay. So now the projection that is shown here, this is called as a perspective projection. So what is concept of a perspective projection is, if the observer is close to this object, okay, then the image that is produced on the plane, it is bigger than the actual size. Okay. So this is called as perspective projection. So if you move the observer away from the object, okay, then this image will be smaller in size. So you can observe here. So suppose the observer is standing at some infinite distance. Okay, so this is just an imagination. Okay. So from that distance, if the observer observes this rectangle, then the image that is projected on the screen, it will have the same size of the actual size. Okay. So this is the image produced on the imaginary plane. So this image has the same size of the actual visible outline. Okay. So this case is possible when these projector lines, they are moving exactly perpendicular to this imaginary plane. So if you observe the previous diagram, so in the previous diagram, so in this diagram, you can observe here these projection lines, they are inclined with this object, or they are inclined with this imaginary plane. Okay. And therefore we will get the enlarged image. This is called as a perspective projection. Okay. But suppose this observer, it moves away from the object. Okay. And suppose the observer is standing at some infinite distance. In that case, this angle, it will go on reducing, and at the infinite distance, this angle will become 0. In that case, all these imaginary lines that called as projection lines, they will move exactly parallel to each other. Okay. So this is the case that is shown in the second diagram. So you can observe here the angle between all the lines. So these lines, they are exactly parallel to each other, or they are perpendicular to the front view. Okay. So if you extend this line on the imaginary plane, so these projection lines will be exactly perpendicular to the imaginary plane which is behind that object. Okay. So this projection, so if you complete the outline, you will get the rectangle. So this rectangle and the actual rectangle in the front view, they have the equal dimensions. Okay. And this method is called as orthographic projection. So here this is not a perspective projection, it is an orthographic projection. So here ortho means it is a perpendicular. Okay. So now let us see how to draw any view on a two-dimensional paper. Okay. So basically, if you take any object, so that object will be three-dimensional. Okay. So we have to represent that three-dimensional object, which is in the three-dimensional space, on a two-dimensional drawing paper. Okay. So for that, we have to follow one procedure. That means we will assume that object, it is lying either in the first quadrant. That means we will divide a three-dimensional space into 4 quadrants. So you can observe here. So if you take any object, suppose we have one cube. Okay. So that cube will be in a three-dimensional space. Okay. So to draw any drawing, we need to take some reference. Okay. So for that reference, we will divide the three-dimensional space into 4 quadrants. So you can observe here, we have taken 2 planes. One is vertical plane and second is the horizontal plane. Okay. So the intersection of these 2 planes will divide the three-dimensional space into 4 equal parts. So this is the intersecting line of the vertical plane and the horizontal plane. So this is called as XY line. So we have got 4 quadrants, first, second, third, and fourth quadrant. Now you can assume the object in any quadrant, either in the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, or fourth quadrant. Okay. And then you can prepare the drawing. So here I am assuming this rectangular object. Okay. That is a rectangular box in a first quadrant. Okay. So you can observe here, we have observer here. So this is the object and this is the plane which is behind that object. Okay. And now we have to observe this object from the different directions. Okay. So right now observer is standing in the front direction. So when the observer observe that object from the front direction, then the observer can observe this front rectangle. Okay. So we will imagine there are projector lines. Okay. So these lines will pass through the visible outline of this rectangle and we will project this visible outlines on the plane which is behind that object. Okay. So in this way, we will get the front view. Okay. Now suppose the observer try to observe this object from the top direction. Okay. So just change the position of the observer. So initially observer was here. So this is the front direction, or this is called as a front view. Now observer, it is standing just above the object. So this is called as a top direction for the observer, and the view that is seen from the top direction, this is called as a top view. So similarly, imagine there are projector lines passing through the visible outline. Okay. So if you project this line on the plane which is behind this front view, top view, so that plane will be horizontal plane. Okay. And now if you complete this outline, so this is the top view of the object. Okay. So in this way, you can draw front view and the top view. So right now, the views obtained on the vertical plane and on the horizontal plane, they are still lying in the three-dimensional space. Okay. Now, when you prepare a drawing on a drawing paper, we have to represent the three-dimensional views on a two-dimensional paper. Okay. So how to represent this three-dimensional view on a two-dimensional paper? So for that, we have to rotate this plane and we have to make this three-dimensional representation into a two-dimensional representation. Okay. So let us see how to rotate these planes. So rotate the horizontal plane in the clockwise direction. So rotate this plane. So this is the initial position. So this is the horizontal plane. Okay. So rotate this plane in this direction. So this is just an imagination. Okay. So we are not going to rotate this in actual practice. So this is just an imagination. We have to assume that we are rotating the horizontal plane in the clockwise direction, and therefore it will get aligned with the vertical plane. So this is how you have to rotate. That means you have to imagine that we are rotating that plane. So here the horizontal plane and vertical plane, they are exactly aligned. Okay. Now next is, still it is in 3 dimension. Okay. So now we have to rotate the vertical plane so that we will get the feeling that vertical plane and horizontal plane, they are lying on a 2-dimensional plane. So this is how we have to rotate both the planes simultaneously. And now this is in 2 dimension. Okay. So once both the planes, they are exactly aligned in a 2-dimensional plane, and then we can draw these views on a 2-dimensional drawing paper. Okay. So this is your vertical plane and this is the horizontal plane. That means vertical plane it is just above the XY line, and horizontal plane it is just below the XY line. Okay. So this is the case only for the first quadrant. When the object is placed in the first quadrant, then we will get the position of vertical plane above the XY line. So this is your XY line, and horizontal plane below the XY line. Okay. So this method, when we assume object in the first quadrant, this is called as a first angle projection. Okay. So for your syllabus, we will only use the first angle projection method. There is one more method which is called as a third angle projection method. I will explain afterwards. Okay. So here, now you can draw the front view on the vertical plane. So this is the front view, and just below the front view, you can extend the lines from the front view, and then you can complete the top view. Okay. So these two lines, these are just a reference line. So you can draw the top view just below the front view. So these are called as projection lines. And when you draw the projection lines, you have already studied the types of lines. This is continuous thin line. Okay. So this is your front view and this is the top view. So this drawing now you can draw on a 2-dimensional paper. So when you draw this drawing, just draw this rectangle. Okay. Then draw the XY line. So the upper part will represent vertical plane and the lower part it will represent the horizontal plane. Okay. And then draw front view and the top view. So this drawing, it represents the two-dimensional representation of a three-dimensional object. Okay, so your actual object in a three-dimensional space, it was like this. Okay, and just by your imagination, you have converted this object into two views. One is a front view and second is the top view. Okay, so if you observe this from front direction, you will observe only this rectangle. It will have some dimension. Suppose this is 10 and this is 40. Okay, and if you observe from top direction, suppose this is 30, then you will observe 30 by 40. Okay, so these are called as views. This is the top view and this is the front view. So I have used here short form. So FU means front view and TV means top view. So system of orthographic projection means we will follow first angle projection method or we will follow the third angle projection method. Okay, so these are two commonly used methods, and then we will see how to represent that first angle and third angle projection method symbolically. So anyone can easily understand who will read the drawing sheet whether it is a first angle method or whether it is a third angle projection method. Then we will study projection of points and the projection of line. So this is the content of your second module. Okay, so now we will discuss in detail what is the first angle projection method. So in the first angle projection method, we assume the three-dimensional space, it is divided into four quadrants. Okay, out of that four quadrant, we will select only the first quadrant. That means if any object is given and if you want to prepare that drawing of that object, then you have to imagine that that three-dimensional object is lying in the first quadrant only. Okay, and then by imagination, then we have to prepare the front view, top view and the side view. So just select the first quadrant for the first angle projection method. So here you can observe I have selected only the first quadrant. So this is the vertical plane and this is the horizontal plane.